Welcome to Eligible Monster. Benny, Dan, Natalie, we like to stream, and today we're going to talk about all the streaming drama.
Wow.
You okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so long story short, Twitch has had a series of issues.
That
From
they have.
moderation problems, terms of service breaks, refusal to actually do anything. These are all very public. This is not
Double
opinion-based.
standards.
Double standards. As I was going by with refusal to do anything. We'll talk about all of that, but it really has hit, like, for the most part, at least us, we've ignored it. I know we talk about it briefly, like, can you believe what Alinity did? Alinity.
It doesn't really touch us, though.
Well,
I mean,
and that's just it.
doesn't
We read it,
affect
like, can you
us
believe what she
directly.
did? Oh, well, that's dumb. You know, like, in that kind of an
Yeah.
attitude. But I think with the thing with Ninja switching over and everything that just happened with him going to Mixer,
Right.
pretty much like there's a big spotlight on Twitch now, and what used to just be more of an internal community thing, because like the Alinity thing, sure it made headlines on Twitter, but you really didn't see it in very many places. It didn't go very far. It stayed in the Twitch community,
Yeah.
for the most part. And if you weren't a part of the community as a larger whole, you didn't really know all of this was going on.
Right.
But it's hitting a whole new level with the Ninja thing of him going to Mixer, because now there's a big spotlight, which then drew a spotlight to everything Alinity did, which is now adding to all the additional things that she's been doing. And then their supposed new feature that they tested on Ninja's page, which featured porn. So, like...
Which, for the record, is against terms of service for Twitch.
Yeah,
Just
porn,
saying.
or... Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know why people even question that, but yeah, that's...
Like, it's there are people that have been almost banned for not wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
There was one streamer that got almost banned because he wore, like, bro tanks. And they were like, well, it shows too much of your torso. But porn is okay, apparently.
Yeah. So...
Good job, Twitch.
What do you think, Natalie? What is your opinion on this first? Because I don't think we're going to have that much to talk about this in general.
About what exactly?
Well, just the whole situation with Twitch and their double standards and them not acting on Alinity.
Double standard has always been around for a long time.
Right.
I mean, if you guys even checked the Mixer rules as well, they're not exactly angels either.
Well, no, but supposedly the Mixer rules are very strict.
Yeah.
And like girls have to wear like full t-shirts.
I mean, for
Can't
me,
wear
it doesn't
tank tops
affect
or
me
anything.
personally because I always stream in t-shirts. I don't
Right.
like.
This is
being-
your normal attire
It
for
really
anybody
is.
who may
Yes.
wonder.
I never. I feel uncomfortable on the internet in general, just
That's fair.
wearing like even like this, like even if you don't see anything, just showing skin here just bothers me because
Yeah.
it's just how I am. I don't like to invite people to comment on it essentially. So seeing those rules, I understand why some girls may be kind of like, this is ridiculous. We're not doing
yeah.
anything bad. We're just showing what we feel comfortable showing essentially.
It's honestly the same argument of in high school, where it's like, you must wear something that's longer than your arms
Yeah.
when they're hanging down, and they must cover your knees.
Yeah.
But then the volleyball people wear pretty much underwear the entire time,
It's
and
true.
it's totally okay.
It's
Yeah. Oh
true.
yeah.
Double standards.
Yeah, no, the Mixer rules aren't perfect. What made the Mixer rules kind of hit the headlines basically is when Ninja went over and the rules came out. Mixer CEO came out and said, "Well, let's just wait and see anybody break our rules, and we'll see how long they stay as the top streamer on our server."
I think it was
Right.
mostly pettiness on Twitch's part.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they make it seem like it was an accident. There are some tweets that were kind of just like basically showing you that they were very petty about the whole transfer.
Oh,
and that's
completely.
basically their way of saying, well, if we can have them, nobody else can.
Well, some of the Mixer CEO's response to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, you're right about that. So we'll just jump to that discussion then.
Yeah.
So Twitch already had an issue where they were ignoring a lot of things, which has become a problem. I know a lot of viewers were leaving Twitch over it, which I find weird because we got a tweet yesterday from a newer viewer who said, I loved watching you guys on Twitch, but I'm going to quit. And then hashtag Twitch party over. Twitch, I was like, what do you mean? I stream on Twitch like at least a bare minimum 3 times a week. I don't know what Twitch party over
This is ridiculous, man. I understand why people want to boycott Twitch because of the double standard, like you said. But it doesn't affect everyone. I mean, it's the big people are sick of the big streamers getting away with shit that they can't get away with essentially.
Right.
So, but it doesn't affect us, the little streamers.
Well,
If that
and
makes
that's- and
sense,
that's-
you know.
well, actually-
So boycotting us is going to, it's not going to show anything. It's going to hurt us in the long run,
Right.
and it doesn't matter in the end because they're still going to be the biggest Twitch streamers because they're still around.
Right.
So it doesn't make any sense to me.
Well,
Boycotting.
I think the boycott is not just about this stuff. I think the boycott has been a long time coming, honestly. Ever since Amazon or Twitch Prime removed the adless streaming.
Oh yeah, that's
ever since then,
The ads,
everything started going downhill
Yeah.
because of the fact that, and myself included, you never wanted to check out news streamers. There was no reason to, because every time you would go into a stream, you'd have to watch a 15 to 60 second ad before you even got to watch the stream. And then if you didn't like it, you would have to go watch another ad. And every single time you go to a new streamer, it would be a new ad. Some of those ads being for other streamers on Twitch, which is honestly pretty unethical in my opinion, for essentially to go, hey, I'm going to watch this person, and Twitch going, you should watch this guy instead.
Yeah, that's
like
basically
they're
what
making us more money. You should go check them out. And that's
Basically,
like, ever since that started, Twitch has been going downhill, downhill, and downhill.
Well, we had that, and then we had the moderation issues where they just double standard, and it's blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
You know,
and then all of that came to a peak when the Ninja stuff happened, because there was a lot of shady stuff that Twitch was doing, and you know what? I'll respect Ninja for not stooping to that level.
Yeah.
Not taking the bait and getting upset and essentially proving Twitch correct.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the fact that they're testing a new feature, which is absolute bullshit. Like, let's be honest, it is not, because there are so many streamers that have been gone. They could have easily done it on many other channels. Like, there's so many possibilities, and the fact that they're doing it for Ninja is essentially them going, okay, we need to make sure that people can still go to his page, but we can keep them by sending them to other channels instead of shutting it down. Because at the end of the day, he is Ninja. That is his trade name. That is him. They are sullying his brand. And that's where this becomes a really big problem, because regardless of what they're doing, if they put something up there, porn, like if they allow that to get on his recommended page, we were talking about this before, there are kids that go to his stream.
Oh yeah,
now
very young demographic.
Exactly, and parents aren't going to know what's going on. They're just going to see, my kid went to see Ninja, he ended up seeing porn. Clearly this is Ninja's fault. And that is the unethical thing right there. And that honestly, they're just trying to cover it up by coming up with these, it's a new feature. No, it's not.
No, I actually do believe the potential of it being an actual feature. Because right now, but what I do believe is it was rushed out with Ninja gone.
Yeah.
I don't deny that this is, because there's no way they whipped this up in a heartbeat kind of a thing. But at the same time, it's quite obviously not ready. And it looks like they were like, well, Ninja left, roll it out now, put it on his page first, we'll test it there, because it then pulled from the algorithm.
Right.
Because so when we first heard the news, what ended up happening was, for everyone, because we kind of bounced between 3 different topics here in general. So let me just get you caught up in general. Twitch in general has had moderation issues where if you're a big enough streamer, you are kind of immune to their terms of service.
See Dr. Disrespect.
Dr.
With
Disrespect,
filming
Alinity, all these things happening, which then has, but it stayed, like I said, it stayed within the Twitch community as a whole. The community got larger, and sometimes some outsiders would see it, but it wasn't something that ever came up unless you were looking for Twitch. Ninja is very mainstream. Ninja is very much going to, the New Year's Eve ball and doing things with Red Bull. He's a mainstream person.
Yes.
So a lot of the issues suddenly came to light to the more mainstream public when Ninja left to go to Mixer. In response to all of these moderation issues and double standards and problems that they've been having, Twitch claims to have added in a new feature, which I agree, I think probably was a feature they were working on. Do not think it was ready at all, and they just shoved it out the door because they're like, we got to do something with Ninja's page. We can't just leave it sitting there hosting other people.
Yeah.
And so what happened is Ninja's page became a giant recommendation page. And it even said things like, the ninja you're looking for is in another castle. All their usual Twitch funny haha jokes suddenly mean a lot more stuff when you see them on this page. And it was recommending various things. And what it did is, in the instance that happened, it recommended like 9 different Fortnite streamers and 1 porn. Like literal porn. Now, I was curious once this happened, and Natalie smirked and laughed and said I was being dumb for what I was doing. But when this hit the headlines like 2 or 3 days ago, I think.
Something like that.
I woke up in the morning and I'm like, okay. For me, this is either an algorithm bug or they purposely did this to sully his name. Now, if it's an algorithm bug, that would mean that I can find porn easily on Twitch. Because that's how the algorithm's going to work. It's going to pull something popular from a different category. That's what it's going to do. It literally took me 2 clicks to find porn. I wasn't even really looking. I was sitting in the morning with my coffee, and I'm like, I wonder how long this takes. And everyone in this office knows me. If I didn't find it in 5 minutes, probably would have gotten very bored and just played another game.
You would have probably forgot what you were doing.
I was forgetting. Yeah, like, what was I doing?
You'd have been like, wait, what's this guy doing? I want to buy that game. I'm going to play it later and make a video about it.
And I would have forgotten entirely what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I clicked IRL, the second highest stream, and the third video on IRL was somebody streaming Brazzers porn. And I'm like, okay, that says to me that this was a feature that they were trying to roll out that pulls from the algorithm and doesn't know how to clean up issues. Because this is quite obviously not supposed to be on here.
Yeah.
And for the record, that was 6 a.m. and it was there, and I checked again an hour later, it was removed. But I had 4,000 people watching it.
Yeah.
So that led me to go, how long has this been going on? This porn video. If it had like 100 people, maybe an hour. But 4,000 people found it?
It was probably, I mean, you'd be surprised, word to mouth, like it spreads pretty quickly. So if someone's like, oh my God, check this out, and 4,000 people easily could just be clicking on it within like the next 10 minutes or so.
And for the record, I clicked it to make, because it was a thumbnail of porn, and I'm like, well, is it actually porn or is it somebody's background? What are they doing?
Of course, you had to check. But
Oh, of course, I did.
Of course.
I clicked it, and it was full-blown
For science, don't worry.
For science. It was full-blown hardcore porn, but what I found to be the funniest about that, I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, how is this not being banned? I looked in the chat to see if anything, and it was just all the kappas flying through, everyone just trolling the porn chat. I was like, what is going on? Where have I stumbled?
I would have showed up just to watch chat, to be honest, just to see their reaction.
I was like, what's chat doing? Is chat reporting this? Nope, they're just kappa facing all the way through. I'm like, yep, chat's having a great time.
Well, just in case it makes the news, they want to see their comments flying by. Obviously, you know,
it's the hey future me.
Yeah, basically. Or I was here. I was here when this specific scene happened, but
What this in general reminds me of, though, is when YouTube finally hit the mainstream, and we had issues that came up like the PewDiePie situation with the Nazi jokes and stuff like that. Twitch, this is good and bad. Twitch is at a point where people are noticing. Like before this, for years now, Twitch has always been, like as much as the Twitch viewers and the people who are part of the Twitch community love to think that Twitch is huge, Twitch is tiny compared to YouTube, compared to just like general streaming services and things like that. That's not to say it's bad. I love Twitch. I stream on it. We stream on it basically every Thursday through Monday.
Literally just finished streaming
streaming on, because I love the community there. I do.
Yeah.
But it's not that big in the grand scheme of things. And I think that allowed them to stay under the radar. So like Alinity throwing her cat, sure, it makes PETA mad for a day or two, but it goes away.
Well, they're always mad.
Because the amount of people that then go, well, what is Twitch? What is a girl throwing a cat? I don't know what this is. You know what I mean?
They didn't have any competition, though. That's the
well,
biggest thing.
They have for a while. The Mixer has been there.
But Twitch has been the predominant one anyway.
Oh, yeah.
They never had any competition.
Well, because live streaming itself is so weird and new and requires so many requirements to watch it and do it. It's a very small community in comparison to the larger scheme of things.
Right.
And like I said, the Alinity thing kind of went away almost immediately. If you weren't following Twitch's community and Twitch fails and all this stuff that happens at Twitch, that didn't even hit the headlines. That wasn't even on your radar. You read Reddit. Did it top page Reddit for more than a day or two or at all?
I did a couple times, actually. That's the only reason I know about Alinity is it did hit the front page of Reddit a couple times, especially the most recent one of her saying the N-word, which was actually just her saying something else, and it sounded like she was saying the N-word.
Right.
But that also brought up some stuff where other people have said things that sound like the N-word, and they got banned. Bring that to the double standard.
Well, so let me ask you this then. When it started hitting the headlines, was it before or after the Ninja thing kind of made the whole Twitch thing more mainstream once again?
I don't have a good enough memory to remember exactly.
Okay, because the point I'm making is Ninja moving and everything that's been happening.
That brought a lot of Twitch to the front line.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. A lot of things that happened recently. I know Dr. Disrespect definitely went top page on Reddit with his thing.
Yep.
But in general, like more mainstream news, from what I've seen on Reddit, will stay there longer, while Twitch kind of goes whoop and we're out. Whoop, and we're out, and that's all it does. And that's just Twitch, and that's fine. That's what Twitch is, a small community of people having a great time chatting about games or comic books or whatever. This is interesting because I feel like this is making it majorly mainstream now. Because Ninja's now gone to Mixer, and everyone's going, well, what is Twitch? What is Mixer? And more people are going to be aware of what's happening, and what is Fortnite, and how does this whole thing work together, and why is there porn on this page, and who is moderating this stuff?
Yeah.
So
Because that the moderating thing is what really throws me off, because it's like some people get banned when they have less than 20 viewers.
Yeah.
4,000 people.
yeah.
Like going up on Ninja's page. Like there are so many things where it's like a moderator should have caught that.
Yeah.
A moderator should have prevented that from even going live. Like
The thing with the porn on Ninja's page blows my mind though, because even if it was an analytical problem, okay, and one person got it, oh, we'll fix that. But more than enough people got that page that should have been caught in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Why did that stay there so long?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were like, well, we're slow to fix it. You know, like I said, I think the feature was a real feature they were working on.
I don't.
I
I think if it was, they would have tested out on some other streamers as well.
well, and that,
I think it's too convenient that, oh, our biggest streamer just left. Let's put it on his page.
right. Well, what I
Like-
think it is they were going, well, let's capitalize on the fact he
Yeah,
left
I
because we're
think
not
so
getting
too.
him.
Yeah. He
Put
is
it
the
out, and
biggest
then
one.
someone goes, it's not ready. It's pulling porn.
Yeah.
And the other guy goes, I don't care. Put it on Ninja's page. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, that's
Which
what I think happened.
It's
I don't
kind of
think
funny
they
because
knew.
it's sullied Twitch's name more than it's sullied Ninja's name.
Could you imagine that meeting though?
Backfire.
We have this feature that's going to recommend other streamers if you're offline and did not opt into our auto hosting program.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, sounds great. The one problem is it's finding all the porn on our website.
Yeah.
We don't even know why it's happening. And the guy goes, put it on Ninja's page?
Actually, here's a question. Did you by any chance, you probably didn't, did you by any chance see how long that channel had been up? Not in
No.
terms of
I
how
didn't
long
do
it was
that.
live.
Yeah.
Because if that's someone that does that, has that many people, that makes me wonder, how long has this person done this?
I'm wondering how long the porn thing's been cycling through. I mean,
Exactly, yeah.
every time that any kind of porn or whatever's happened on Twitch, or even like the whole breastfeeding, that was a big
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like all that
It's
stuff. Like,
allowed now though. So.
this kind of stuff happens and it immediately gets shut down. So how is this stuff on there? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's the only time I've ever heard about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you find like porn on Instagram, you're like, how did I get here and how is it not? Oh, it's banned. I'm good. You're like, it's gone.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
It's-
What do you think? You've been very
yeah.
quiet on the whole situation.
I don't really. I mean, I do think it's a bug for sure. The whole porn situation. I'm more irked about the big Twitch streamers just being able to get away with anything they do. Pretty much. I feel like they should definitely. I know it makes them money. I'm not stupid. It's all about the money nowadays on anything basically.
Yep.
So I know that. I don't know. It kind of makes us again little streamers kind of like, what's the point in all this? Because if we did like the littlest thing, they would just ban us right away because we don't make them and we don't make them enough money essentially.
Yeah.
And they can just pretty much the big guys can just do anything and just get away with it. That's the biggest thing for me with Twitch right now. Just they need to enforce their own rules essentially.
Yeah.
They need to just get their shit together and actually start doing what they promised everyone they would be doing with their
Yeah.
Right.
website. I don't know. It's been like this for a while. I don't know if they will ever.
It was going to be what happened to YouTube. There's going to be basically the Twitch version of Adpocalypse. Amazon's going to come in with like a heavy fist and just clean up the Twitch problem.
I don't
Amazon makes too much money and does not pay any taxes. They don't give any credit.
Well,
I
no,
don't-
they-
When it comes down to it, like they
bought
can
it, so they
afford
can't-
to do this.
Well,
kind
no,
of
they
stuff.
can, but
Sadly.
they bought it for a reason. They wanted, they see something in it. They didn't just handshake, here's some money, make Twitch go. They do promote it as being one of their products.
They do.
And if it keeps getting bad headlines, they're going to come in and fix it.
The problem-
it's the issue we had with Marvel for a while, where Marvel had a whole bunch of problems, and then Disney kind of came in. Okay.
Right.
It took us a year and a half, but we're here, and all of you problems get out.
Well, a big problem with that is whether or not it will stick.
Yeah.
Because the whole ads pointing people to other streamers, that was a big thing a good couple of months, maybe a year ago. And then they were like, oh, okay, that was our fault. That was our fault. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. What's been happening lately? Ads for other streamers.
Yeah.
Like they
I mean,
clearly
I
are
do
not-
agree with you on that. Regardless of us, you thinking it's something they whipped together in a hurry, or me thinking they were working on it, I don't like the feature.
Oh, it's stupid.
I don't think a stream should be promoting anybody that you're not wanting to promote.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like
It
if
should
you
not
want to
be-
give me a list of channels that I want to promote and
Yes.
put on a recommendation,
That's-
or
yeah.
an opt-in like they do with the auto hosting, where you can do this and you'll be in the rotation, but you may get people that you don't know.
Yeah.
And-
Because
but
you
just
don't
to
want
do it
your
is a problem.
you don't want your name associated with some of these other people, and you should have a say in that.
Yeah.
You should have a say in who's being associated with your name. Because for all some potentially, in the Ninja thing, potentially some sponsors of Ninja might look at that and go, why is Ninja associating himself with these people?
Right.
I don't want to get, like, there's so much towards that. The thing I find actually kind of funny about all of this is just last night, I was on Twitch and I was like, oh, what do I want to watch? Like, let's see if anyone's playing anything. No one was. And I was like, let's check out Mixer. And it was like one of the very first times that I've truly been, because before I had checked out Mixer mostly as a, maybe I'll stream there. It might be friendlier to the smaller people, which it actually kind of is.
It is, yeah.
Like I went on there and I'm like, wow, front page has got some small people on
Yeah.
here. There's some rotating stuff. I thought it was really cool. But like yet last night I actually went there and I started watching people, and it's a great website. And I just find it funny because the only reason I did that was because of how much backlash and all of this crap
Yeah.
that Twitch has been up to,
Yeah.
that it's actually forced me towards their competitors. So good job, Twitch.
I mean, actually, I went there last night
Free
too.
promotion for Mixer.
I was watching a Final Fantasy 14 streamer, and they were like, I just started a Mixer. Here's how it works. And apparently, they have like a level up system for the streamer and
Yep.
the viewer. And
It's
the more,
really
and the more
cool.
you do things together, the more you, like they have more than just emotes and gifting subs. It's a whole bunch of features.
Yeah.
Basically, Mixer turns streaming into a game,
Yeah,
and they reward you for it.
it's really
is that
cool.
is that their subscriber kind of?
I think there are
No.
other
Gimmick
things
or-
like
Because
that.
I was
something
earning
different?
sparks, I guess, for
Think
just
of
watching
it-
and following.
Think of it similar
Sparks?
to like on our twitch.tv/eligible monster stream, where you can get points and you can put them into giveaways.
Right.
And
Yeah.
like you earn points from watching. It's essentially that, but built into the platform.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it allows you to level up. And I think that is also how you can sometimes get your free bits, kind of like you can watch ads for free bits on Twitch. And I believe, I could be wrong, for the record, I could be wrong. I have not truly,
I've only done like 2
like,
days of watching Mixer, so
yeah.
I know that some people on Twitch, I not to name drop anyone, but I watch Lobos Jr. sometimes, and he has that bot system where you will just, that bot will message you, and just depending on the amount of hours you put into a stream, you level up with him as well. And then I think you can enter giveaways or
yeah, that's
And
kind of what
that's,
we do.
yeah.
so there is, I mean, depending on the streamer you watch, obviously, they also have that, implementation. But
Right.
if it's like that across the board on Mixer, I could see that being fun. Yeah,
It
for
is
sure.
actually is kind of cool because you feel more invested and more a part of it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Because as a Twitch viewer, you're just a Twitch viewer. Regardless of if you're getting these points and stuff like that, at the end of the day, you're just a Twitch viewer or subscriber or something like that. But at Mixer, regardless of who you go to, like you have an overall level, you've got
Yep.
these different, like it feels much more like a community as
Right.
opposed to a service.
I do want to end this discussion with one thing, though, which I have found very funny. Anybody who's been in the digital media scene for as long as me and Natalie have, you probably have been following for as long. But it's funny because Twitch started as Justin TV, which is IRL and real life vlogging. And
I streamed on Justin TV.
right, and basically, the few people gamed there, but gaming took over, and then it became Twitch, and now they're going back to IRL and just chatting, which I find hilarious. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, gaming is fun, but we're all getting burned out. Let's all just talk on it. Oh man, they should make a platform. We can name it after a guy named Justin. I just think it's a funny circle of life
Right.
that Twitch is going through. That the second highest thing yesterday when I was looking, it was just chatting.
It's always just chatting because it's
Yeah.
a lot of the time it's the streamers who play the big games and they're just like, you know what? I know I need to stream today, but I don't want to play. Let's just chat.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to emphasize on one thing too. Like I view Twitch as like high school. Like basically seriously.
Yeah, no, that's
like,
actually a really good comparison.
The highest people are basically role models for the little people. So the little people will go watch the big people and see what works for them and basically mimic it. Try to mimic it, right?
Yep. Oh yeah. They
And
do.
I feel like if a girl or a guy just acts like a complete asshole and just it's not going to set the right example for the little people, but then the little people will be banned and then the role model will still be going.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, if you have to just set the rules for the higher people as well, so the people that watch them will know what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
and that's the biggest thing for Twitch right now. I hope they fix that, because I'm gonna consider going over to Mixer too if they don't.
Honestly, I am too.
Because
I'm partnered, so if I go over, it's all over for the Twitch channel. So I'll wait to see what you guys think.
sure, we'll get back to you on
I have a
that.
meeting with Twitch tomorrow. You're great.
No, I want to make it on Twitch, but like I said, it's just they haven't been setting the right example.
Yeah,
Nope.
and they do
It's
not
just-
make it
and they're not
easy. They make
right.
it really, really hard to get anywhere on Twitch.
I don't see them willing to change their policies, because like I said, it's all about the money. So
Well, not changing their policies, following them.
yeah, sorry, following, yes.
The policies are fine. Just
Seriously.
follow.
Exactly. Their policies are great. They are
They just don't go,
appropriate.
yeah, they
It's
just don't follow them.
you
Yeah.
have to enforce it for everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
All right. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch his stream, it's Dan T Streamer.
Yes.
She goes to Zodical Candy, though it may be changing soon. Keep an eye on the link down below if it does.
Thanks.
And I stream over at Eligible Monster. And we all come together to do podcasting on Mondays and Thursdays at Eligible Monster.
now we do.
Thank you.